Hello! We're back in TCG Card Shop Simulator. Bet you didn't expect to see me here so soon. Well, I shall explain that in a little bit. Would you allow me to podcast a little bit? Would you be okay with that if I gave you a little update about how things are going on while I run my little card shop? Thank you, I appreciate that. Hi, welcome. So, you motherfucker, you starting the day with this bullshit. I really gotta figure out a way to... Are you going... No. Okay, well, I'm gonna spray both of you! Okay, right click, and then... R? Yes, I remember the keys. Please? Okay. And then it's R again, click. Oh, man. This is why they say that only particular people can get into the card shop business. Not everybody has the skill set to do what I do. Anyways, what do you want? You know what? That sounds good to me. There you go. Thank you. What the fuck are you doing back here? You jump scared me. Alright, what's going on? I got things to say. So, this one's I made this video because it's a bit of a life update, a bit of how things are going for me going forward, what I am going to be doing. If you give a fuck about any of that, you're gonna want to strap in and pay attention because I got some things to say. So what's going on in my life? Well, I got glasses. That's kind of a nice small first one. For the last 3 years, I've done bad to myself, and I basically stayed indoors and only did stuff on the computer for my work and whatnot. And I didn't feel anything. Like when they talk about eye strain, I always expected that it would be like you would literally feel like the strain in your eyes, like it would be upsetting, or like maybe you'd feel like dry eyes or something. Like you would notice that you are straining your eyes, but I never did until it was too late. I went to the DMV to re-up on my license, and they did the visual test for me. 6. Let's start with there. Buddy, I don't have the patience for you today. I'm going 625, or you're going. Get out of here. And they tested my eyes, and I was like, I can see the first 2 lines okay, but this third line, the one that I legally need to be able to discern in order to drive safely, I think your little visual thing is smudged. Could you give me like an alcohol wipe and whatnot? And after like 20 minutes of me like trying to figure out why I couldn't see from a distance anymore, my eyes did finally like overcome the strain, adjusted to it so I could see it enough for them to be like, okay, you are probably okay, but next time we're gonna be a little bit more discerning, or whatever. Like they gave me a pass, but maybe they shouldn't have. But that's right then and there. I learned the hard way that I fucked up my vision by staying inside and only doing stuff on the computer. I gave myself a classic case of gamer vision. So this last month, like a month or so ago, I went to see the You motherfucker. I went to see an optometrist, and they were like, yep, you kind of fucked up your vision. We're going to give you glasses. And a couple of weeks later, to like, I think literally a week ago today, I got glasses. And may I say, younger me, like me in high school, who relish, oh my god, I got myself gotta love when a whale plops up on your shores. Me in like high school, when my vision was a beautiful 20/20 in one eye and 25/20 in the other eye, if you told me that I would get glasses one day, I would probably I would be beside myself. I would because it was one of those things that it's like you can't control it, but still, if you like look out on it, you have a bit of pride in it. But me, a bit older, I'm not afraid of looking like a nerd anymore. In fact, I'm a little more fashion savvy than I used to be as a young high schooler who would only wear Cubs hats and sweatshirts and jeans. Now I can appreciate the fashion, the stylistic utility of having glasses. And I got some, and I'm pretty happy with them. I went with a standard pair of like black square frames, so now I look like Joker from Persona, or like, you know, it's a pretty standard pair of glasses. I figured, first pair, what are you doing? Do you need help? Let me just nudge you out of here. What the fuck are you doing? I guess he's not hurting anybody. Anyways, yeah, first pair, I was like, we'll just get a standard pair of black frames. They look good on me. They're one of the best looking frames on my face from the wall in the optometry office. So we'll just go with those for now, and then later on, I'm gonna be wearing glasses for the rest of my life probably. So I'll get a better, I get some more stylistic and daring pairs of glasses in the future. But for now, I just need something that I can wear every day, and people are fucking spending today. What is it about? Look how packed it is. I mean, this guy is, he can't even, there's so much stuff that he wants to buy, he can't even decide what he wants to do first. He's in an endless loop. Yeah, first pair I was like, we'll just get a standard pair. I'll get a more stylistic, more daring pairs to go with like nicher outfits in the future. And there were a couple of pairs of glasses in there that I tried on, and I was like, these actually look pretty good on me. But again, I went with the Joker glasses. I tried to be as non-biased as I could be. Like, did I want to look like Joker coming out of the office? Yeah, a little bit. But I gave all of the glasses a fair shot, and this is the one that I still determined looked good on me and would basically go with anything that I would want to wear for a typical day. So this pair that I went. So is it coincidence that I look like Joker? Probably not. I probably walked in with a little bit of a bias. But hey, maybe I'm just that guy. Maybe I can pull it off as easily as I do because I am the Joker, baby. Have we considered that? I know a lot of people are trying to be. A lot of people go through a cringe phase in life after they play Persona 5 and they're like, I'm going to be just like Joker. But I'm not trying to be like Joker. I might just be him. So just to put that out there, food for thought. Anybody who would spend time to consider that, I would just put that on your table, put that on your list of things to think about, because I think there might be something there. Anyways, I got glasses. Big change in my life. I gotta wear them all the time because it's for farsightedness, not reading glasses. My reading distance, my short distance or whatever it's called, still great. That's probably why I didn't notice for so long. I probably strained my eyes like 3 years ago, more like 2 years ago, and I just never noticed because everything that I need to see is like right in front of me. And I probably just assumed like if I like looked out into the distance and I couldn't see, like if it was blurry to me, I probably just assumed it was like, oh well, why would I suspect anything different, right? I needed like a standardized test to like show me that something was wrong. Oh my god, what a good fucking day. Hold on 1 second. Did we sell out of all of our cards? It's barely 5, man. And I see get sprayed. Did he get sprayed? Get sprayed again. Hey, what the fuck is going on? Why off? Does that mean it's off? Motherfucker. Okay, well, that is upsetting, but what do you mean? Thank you. That is a little upsetting, but I guess now it'll work so we can see in the future if my setup is okay. Anyways, I got glasses. It's really not that big of a deal. I'm happy with them. And I gotta wear them all the time. It's for, that's what the doctor said. The doctor said, you're gonna be wearing them all the time. Get your eyes adjusted to it. If I, take them off for, doing stuff on the computer or, reading or something, it's not really gonna hurt anything. But if I'm going outside, I gotta be able to, see where I'm driving, notice if something is, hurtling in my direction and it's not, 5 feet away, so... I've gotten used to them pretty well, I would say. For the 2 weeks before, I put on a pair of safety glasses at home, looked like a complete dork, just to I was like, I'm gonna get used to glasses. And you know how safety glasses are, they're kind of they have to be tight around your head, so you definitely notice wearing them. But after the week that I've had of glasses, I've noticed that after a while, I don't notice them. I have developed all the mannerisms though. I'm catching on pretty quickly all the little. No, there's 2 of them now. Is it because of my sprayer? What is going on? Why are they doing that? Whatever. Are they waiting for the table? Is that what it is? I can't fit in the exit. Okay, something is clearly astray here. How do you... Oops. Oh, no. Get out of here. Get out of here. Is it Q? It is Q. Let's get this rearranged. Get it so people don't get stuck here. That's never been a problem before, so I don't know why it's glitching out now. Yeah, I've picked up on all the little lifestyle quirks of wearing glasses. The classic one is, I have to do it right now actually. The glasses are slipping down my nose a little bit, so you gotta do the little actually press it back up with your middle finger on the bridge, you press it back up. You know, the classic actually move. Gotten accustomed to that. All the little things, if I take a sip from a hot cup of coffee, my glasses fog up, Getting used to it, but I've kind of decided, because I'm going through something that's not radically different, doesn't radically change my life, but I am conscious of it. It is definitely a different, it's a new milestone. People will have known Gavin before this year, where he... Okay, is there oops. Is there something blocking? Why are you... What the fuck is going on here? Hold on a second. Why can't you just walk out? I can understand not being able to go out through here, even though that's also ridiculous to me. Why can't you just go out the way you came? What is going on here? Okay, we're just gonna put you right up against the wall. Hopefully that fixes that problem. But yeah, because it's a noticeable aesthetic difference of before this year, Gavin didn't wear glasses, and from this year onward till the day I die, probably, I'm gonna have to be wearing glasses. It has made me consider or think that maybe I should okay, something is weird. What is going on? You're not even over there. Q. Is there some invisible thing? Do I need to move this? Let's shift all of this over to here. I can walk through this completely fine. If I can go through it, I can't understand why the NPCs can't. That makes no sense to me. Anyways, wrapping the glasses update up. I have glasses now, and it kind of goes along with it being the end of the year. I think tomorrow is like the first day of December. Tomorrow, the day after. It's like the end of the year. I'm going to start thinking about what to do in 2026. And I'm thinking about what to do with my life now that I'm Glasses Gavin. I'm Nerge Gavin. And how I can live a little bit differently. But I interrupt your life update podcast moment because this is the part of the game where I actually like have to think about what the fuck I'm doing. So we interrupt Gavin's life update podcast with stocking, and not the Christmas kind. Let's get rid of everything we already have stock of. It seemed like it was a pretty good day. I wish I paid better attention to how much money we had at the beginning of the day. I feel like we probably started with like 2,000 maybe, or like less, because I think last time I ended up buying some stuff, right? I bought more stock. I bought more of these plushies. I don't remember what the fuck I'm holding. Oh, the protectors, okay. And the fact that I'm at 6,000 now, I just crossed that after they paid for their table time. Today must have been really good. I don't know why though, except I did notice we finally sold the big card. I remember that happening. But we're gonna have to. This like changes things. I can't just be like, whatever. I'll just get the same stuff. Buy 2 of these, 3 of these, stock them. I'm gonna have to think about what I'm gonna do with this money. This money has to be spent to make some more money. I gotta expand. Why do I have more of these? Yeah, these are these. Why did I have them in 2 different... Whatever. Oops. Yeah, we're gonna have to do something with this. The easy answer, get more plushies. Because I got 2 more shelves. Apparently you can stock stuff on these top shelves, so I can put something there as well. Are we completely out of the ultra rares or whatever they're called? Probably because I do remember last time I did a thing where I like restocked them and then I just like opened the rest of the box. Yeah, with all this money we have, 1. That's really annoying. With all this money, we might just have to knock down this wall and buy 2 more shelves, just like full like expansion, like completely open things up. Okay, what do I gotta do? I gotta get 1 of these, probably 2 of these, 1 of these at least. Damn, we need to get like a bunch of everything. It'd be easier to take note of what we don't need to get. So we don't need the Pokemon protectors. We don't need blue or orange. We do need purple. And then we basically need everything else, so. Does he remember the phone button? Is it tab? Tab is what's coming to my mind? It is tab. Let's stock some stuff. So I need at least 1 of these. I need at least probably 2 of these. I remember being short of a couple of those. Easy thing, buy that, buy that. We need at least 1 of those. We'll see if I need more. Okay, the booster. Oh, these are the booster packs. Accessories. I remember we needed 1 of these, and we needed 1 of these at least. And then we gotta get our plushies again. Bada bing, bada boom. That doesn't like... We're still good on our money, man. We still got 4,000. Okay. Damn, I wish I like... Well, I don't know actually. Usually before I start recording these, what I'll do is I'll like watch like the last like 15 minutes of the previous episode so I can like remember like what I was going to do. Like, okay, I just finished doing this, and then at the end of the next day I should do this if I have the money. You know what I mean? But sorry, I thought I heard something. I thought I heard someone like outside. But I'm pretty sure at the end of the last episode, I was just basically like, you're not going to see this game again. And don't worry, I didn't forget that. That's kind of that's a big one. It's coming up. Don't you worry. Don't you worry your pretty little head. I'm going to talk about that too. Is that full? Okay. So, I'm completely flying blind. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's going to just have to be a case of looking at I did not need 2 of those. Oopsies. I should have been smart and saved my money if I didn't need those. So, is that no? Is that yes? Can I put those there? Yes, you can. You can fit. No, I think I remember them being like, you can't stock these with different things. Well, I'm gonna test that though, because that means that like I actually do have enough space to store all this. Okay. In fact, let's do it now. Can I put this here? Nope. That's what I remember. Okay. And we got this. I wonder what this Pokemon is supposed to be. This is clearly like a Tepig Emboar kind of thing. What are you supposed to be? Here he is. And then is it left click? Is it Q? It is Q to like put it on the floor. Or actually put it on top. That makes more sense. Okay. I wasn't exactly keeping track, but we should be full on everything now, right? Let's take a look. Full. That's good. That's good. Good, good, good. Cool. At least I didn't fuck that up. Okay. How much do I need to buy this? Is that an option? I know I say this every single time. How much do I need to buy you? Okay. What to do? What to do? This is renovations, right? Yeah, this is expansion. Oh my god. Okay. So expansion 3 is only 500. I might just clear through like all of those. Shop B is 5,000. So what I might do is just this. Am I up against the wall now? I am up against the wall. Okay, perfect. It might have been smarter to go one at a time to like fill the shelves in, but I'm happy with this. I can make do with this. So let's put that there. Is this should be flush. We will, even though we did just literally open up the space, we'll probably expand only by 1 shelf for now. But let's fill this shelf up first. So what's the other plushie? Figurine. This like star thing looks like a Kirby thing more than a Pokemon thing. Let's get you up here. That's an easy one. Bada bing. Okay. Put you down here. Don't worry, I won't forget to price you. And these perfectly stock 1 shelf. So at least I'm never really on overload there, except for one of these guys, but what can you do? All right, plus 10 round. I keep every time I'm like, why are you broken? But that's my profit. $14 makes sense to me. Why are you so cheap? You're 25 and you look like 30? Yeah. Weird. Okay. What to do? So we're gonna have to figure out what to put on top and on the bottom of this one. We're also, what we can do is can I buy the boxes of the purples? Is that an option for me? Can I buy the boxes? I can buy the boxes of the purples, but if I did, I wouldn't be able to afford the shelf to put them down. So how much is the shelf? My DIY. A single-sided is $4.50, and how much is the DUs? Actually, no. We need this. We need the small cabinet. Okay. So I actually, if I'm not worried, actually, I should pay my bills first. If I can still afford it after I pay my bills, I'm good. I made do last time. So then I should, because it's not like I'm not like, Ooh, it's a lot closer than I expected, actually. Because it's not like if I don't have money tomorrow, I run. You know, there's like a risk that I'm running or anything. So we just bada bing, like we opened the shop up. We got these, and we're gonna have the purple boxes to sell. So what we do is we move you. Why can't I move you? Oh, there we go. We move you first. We'll put you here for now. Why are you being so weird? There we go. Okay, we'll put you there for now. We got the small shelf. And then we line you up perfectly there. Perfect. Question is now, do I move these over? If I want it to be consistent, I would, but also doesn't necessarily have to be there. In fact, you, just for now, left? No, R? It is R, but that seems like a really inefficient way to do it. Okay, and I can walk through this still, but if the NPCs get stuck tomorrow, then I guess I'll just put it up against a wall or something. But now we got our purple boxes. Oh, I don't have enough. We'll start with this for now then. I figured that the 2 would be enough, but 2 is only like half of what we need to fill those up. That's okay. They're a bit of a rare commodity. Oops, a bit of a rare commodity for now. So, $51. That's quite the steep price up, which means if I sell a couple, definitely gonna make my money back. So any last cards. I'm so glad I remembered to do that. I was just about to be like, well, time to end the day. Which ones are my purples? You are my purples, it looks like. Yes sir. Then like Q. Yeah. No, how do I? There we go. We gotta bust these bad boys up. Well, I had really good luck last time opening these purple packs. I was a bit of a non-believer for a while, but they definitely did me good in the last episode. It's kind of weird to call these episodes. It feels like episode sounds like such an intentional like designation. Like, because you think of like a TV show or something. That's good. But when I talk about episodes, I was like, I'm just thinking the last time I played TCG Card Shop Simulator, and I had OBS running, so I guess it's an episode. Literally by like the definition, I suppose. You're not fully convincing me that we're gonna have a good table out tomorrow, but you can still turn it around. Okay, good start. We'll keep this going. I'm gonna sip my coffee, and I'm gonna have to deal with the fog on my lenses for a little bit, but that's living, huh? That's how life goes. Yeah, luck is not on my side right now. I don't want to have to declare using the heart of the cards for now. I feel like you can't just like every time you need something to work out by that, and it's like a chance-based, luck-based thing. You can't just say I summon the heart of the cards or whatever like every single time, because then it means nothing, right? You have to know when to use the heart of the cards. And I am concerned by what I'm seeing, but I did pretty good last time. They're giving me a bone here and there. I would really like one that's like 1,000 plus. I almost always have a card that's $1,000+ It brings a lot of prestige to my shop. Everybody comes in and they're like, man, if only I could buy that, if I had enough money. But if you do, you know that I always have one, because everybody's talking and being like, man, they got that super rare card, but I don't have the money for it. But the person who does have the money knows, because that's part of my shop's reputation, is that we always have an ultra rare or whatever. Like a card that everybody wants, but only a few people can actually afford. And you're doing me dirty right now. I am happy by the fact that I sold the last one, because I think it was on there for like 10 game days, but what are people gonna say when they walk in and they're like, oh, the rarest, most expensive card they have is only $50? Well, what the fuck is even the point then? If some Joe Schmo like me can afford the most expensive card in the shop, then why am I spending hundreds of dollars to buy packs and boxes just to open them, right? Like, why even buy the card? Why even look at the cards that are individually up for sale? You get what I'm saying? I feel like I might have to buy another box because this is gonna hurt my business. People are gonna talk. Yeah, it's not looking good, man. I mean, I know it is selfish to be like, okay. I know it's selfish to be like, you're not giving me a rare enough card. Stupid fucking packs. Stupid card game. Don't you know what you're supposed to be doing? But I'm not just some collector, you know, I'm a businessman. Oh, is that it? That sure is. Let's take a look at it first. Let's take a look at the binder. And if I remember right, it's Q, it's E, it's R? It is R, okay. Am I at page 1? Okay. This is page 1. Man. Feels bad, man. So it is good enough for me to start the day. So I think I will just go with this for now, but I'm really gonna have to pull in for some good luck tomorrow night, I suppose. Plus 10 round. There we go. Like, I can't complain. That's a $200 card, but still, it was really nice. Maybe it's more of an ego thing. You know, it's good for my ego to know that I have a cool card that everybody wants, but only the biggest whales can ever catch. But I guess we'll have to, you know, this is usually how it is. We do have a significant upgrade in, like, cards worth more than $10. I remember a time when when the highest card on the table was like $300 and the lowest card that I had on the table was like fucking $6 or whatever. I still am curious about who would buy the $6 card. That question I had from like the first episode or whatever. I do still wonder about that. So maybe someday I'll find the answer. And I also am still curious if there's like any worth to like actually keeping a collection, to not just instantly putting them up for sale. We'll be just fine. See what oh, I'm a dumb motherfucker. Whatever, man. I just don't like having dupes on the table. It makes it feel pointless. But still, for the cheapest card on the table to be like $9, I guess, or $10 actually, they're both gonna be worth $11. Look at that. I guess we are moving up, huh? Can't complain too hard. Is that it? Are we good? I got $100 left. You know what? I move this out of the way because I know I'm going to expand this way, but for now, we'll just put Chip against the wall. In fact, actually. Okay, I remember. No. I know there's a way. Oh, it's scroll wheel. I was like, I know there's a way to do this easier. Just put you right there. That looks clean. That looks nice. Alrighty then. Let's get the next day going. What did I start with? Hold on. Does this tell me? I mean, I guess if I added all this and subtracted whatever, it's not really that big of a deal. Week 3. Okay. Now, what am I gonna talk about now? Now I'm just gonna be sitting here and what am I gonna talk about? It's just cashier business now. It's just cashier simulator. I gotta go back into podcast mode, but I don't know what to talk about, is what I would say if I didn't tee myself up for it's the other main thing that I was gonna talk about. But I'm feeling a little sleepy, so I think I'm gonna have to re-up on my coffee, so I'll be right back, actually. And I'm back. I got up, and I realized that the reason why I felt so tired, probably, was because I didn't fucking eat anything. I had breakfast, and now it's like almost night, and I haven't eaten anything, so I had a little bit of bread, had a piece of bread. I'll get some real food afterwards. Don't you worry, I'll be just fine, but I got a little bit of bread to give me some calories to get me through the rest of this. Anyways. Oh. I'm shy. Don't look at me. Anyways, here's what I got. I got some shit that I gotta say. I gotta tell you. Oh my god, the cat jumped on my chair and freaked me out. I got something I want us to talk about, but in order to do, you're gonna have to learn a little bit about me. You're gonna have to get a little bit of Gavin lore to understand where I'm coming from. Don't worry, it's not gonna be my whole life story, but I'm gonna give you a bit of a TLDR. So, I grew up in a very small town. It's not like a micro village or anything, but it is an American small town in the middle of nowhere. And basically my whole life growing up, I knew I was not gonna live here, that I was gonna go off to somewhere else in a city and live my life there. Well, when I turned 18, I did. I got a scholarship to go to a university in the city, and I went. And because due to pre-existing mental issues and the stresses of starting a life in a city where you don't know anybody before you move there and trying to establish a steady and livable life there, the stress of that, I did not do too well in the 7 years that I lived in the city. I fucked up school because I was not in a place to do school at the time. I now realize. And I fucked it up. I fucked up school and I got kicked out. So that sucked. But that was after the first 4 or 5 years is when they finally were like, okay, if you're not serious about this, then get the fuck out. For the last 2 or 3 years, I was like, okay, I'm in a bad spot and I'm still stressed the fuck out, but the goal is to go back to school. I can fix this. So I would be at work, but then I would get laid off, and then, it was this constant back and forth of I'm gonna work and I'm gonna do what I can to get back to school. Oh no, 3 things happening in my life all happened at the same time, and now everything is worse and I have to take care of that. Not to completely absolve me of blame. There was a lot that I did wrong, obviously. But the final nail came in when I was laid off around Christmas. It was literally the week before Christmas. They told everybody that we were getting laid off. And because of that, I couldn't pay the last 2 months of rent for the apartment that I was in. Incredibly stressed out. It was not a good time to be me. And basically after that, I got the message from my dad, and he was like, why don't you come home? And I knew right then and there that I had no other choice. And then I packed up, I went home, and I've been there ever since for the last 3 years. And I hate it a little bit. Not because of my family, but because to put it simply, I am a city boy. I cannot live in the country like this, and it is The first year of me being back was literally the worst year of my life, like mentally. The turbulence in my head was horrific. I was eating myself alive inside. But one day I finally hit the bottom. I like had a moment where I kind of realized like the amount of mental damage I was doing to myself, and the only two paths forward were to keep digging, and that would probably result in me eventually dying, either from self-inflicted reasons or just like the stress of like the fact that it would like melt years off of my life to continue living with the mental space that I was living under. It was either that or you go up. And at that point, when I hit the bottom, I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm tired of living this way. At that point, I was probably dealing with depression for like almost 10, maybe 12 years. I can do the math in my head, but you just need to know that it's most of my adult life. But after hitting the bottom, it was a secret blessing in disguise because it was a lot easier to go up than to continue going down. And off of that momentum, you know, I still have like moments of weakness. I would still consider my personality to be a depressive one, like it's prone to doing that to itself. But I basically beat depression. Like I kind of cured myself. I kind of like... in a crass sense, I kind of just decided that I was done feeling that way. And ever since then, I've lived the best I've ever lived mentally since then. I'm confident, I'm happy with myself, I love myself, I believe in who I am, and I no longer feel like I have to hide or change it or anything. Like, it's me today, it's who you're hearing, right? If you go back to the like earliest episodes, I guess you get a sense of what I was like back then, but it probably not, because you know I was YouTube cosplaying. I was like, I'm doing what I'm doing now. I'm not gonna pretend that like I walk around and I'm like this, you know. But me today, very good. I would take this Gavin over basically every other version of Gavin. But me being confident and happy and feeling powerful and self-willed and all that, it doesn't really change my... It doesn't really change my situation. Like, I'm still in a situation that I hate and I feel terrible about, but I'm taking it with in a good stride and good humor. Like, I'm not letting it destroy myself, but I'm not living a very good life, which kind of goes hand in hand with the glasses, right? Like I said, the last 3 years, I've basically just been inside and done stuff on my computer, a lot of work. All of the jobs I've had since I've come home have been on the computer, and it gave me gamer vision, so that's obviously not good. But at the same time, I like look out, and me being me, I look at the environment that I'm in. I'm like, well, why would I go outside? There's nothing for me here. Like, I wouldn't live as a recluse if I was in the city, but I'm not there. So what are you gonna do? I'm just gonna work and do my thing inside. And that is part of the reason why I started this project up again, because I'm putting myself in a, like, to make it make sense to like everybody else. Like, I'm basically like self-quarantining myself. I'm like decaying at my social skills because I'm not talking to people other than like my family. So this is not a cure. It's not even much of a... I would say it's not even like really going to do much to manage the side effects, but it is something, right? Like, I'm not just flat out like letting it atrophy away. Once a week, I will come on here and pretend that I'm talking to someone to at least use the muscles. If, you know, it's more like taking a walk so that you're using your leg muscles rather than like doing squats or riding a bike to like exercise your muscles or whatever, right? It's like the least you can do. Anyways, that brings us to this last week. As you all know, because I announced it earlier, I am in my glasses arc, and I've taken that as an opportunity to... It's basically like a New Year's resolution, but I'm like using it in the context of my whole life, right? Before, I didn't have glasses, and for the rest of my life, from here on out, I'm gonna be wearing glasses for a lot of things. Maybe not every single day or whatever, but like, this is my glasses era. What do I want to do with it? Around the same time, it was Thanksgiving this last week, and towards the end, my parents did the thing that all parents would do in my situation, and my parents have done, which is okay, so what are you gonna do now? And my plan basically for the last couple of years is there's really not much of anything that I can do now. It's not really, and I don't feel like I'm being a defeatist over it. It's it's expensive to live in the city. I don't have a degree, so I can't get a good job. I can't apply for jobs in Los Angeles or Chicago or wherever and, expect to get a job that a boss would be like, okay, yeah, and then I can move over there with no savings and basically just start a new life there. I don't have that. My family is not wealthy. In fact, we're kind of the opposite of that. We're very much working class, and everything that my family is worth is kind of tied up to our family business, the restaurant in the small town, just to give you awareness of how tight the ship is run here. Not to blame them, of course. I would never do that. They took me in when I had nowhere else to go, obviously. It's just I have money to throw around, right? I can't go to my parents and be like, hey, you willing to cough up a couple $1,000 so I can try living in the city again, even though I fucked it up last time? Thank you. Thanks, mommy. Thanks, daddy. Right? I'm not in that situation. And it's the worst aspect is that the easiest way to fix this is to just go back to school, which I would be open to. I would love to do that, but that was kind of the situation I last left, where I had school on top of trying to survive everything else, and now I have nothing, right? At least back then I was there. I could talk to people, I could walk in and see where someone was hiring or whatever. It's a lot easier to continue to live in the city than it is to just start there. So and we've had this talk before with my parents, obviously, and I love them very much, and it's clear they love me, and they know that I'm kind of miserable here, and they're like, what are you gonna do? You can't live here and atrophy away. This is not good for you, and this is not gonna be good for you. You're not doing anything for your future. And me being rational, logical, I'm like, yeah, but what can I do? Right? I can't go back to school. I can't get a job that will allow me to move out and live a livable life. We don't have the money to kickstart that, and there was a third thing that I was gonna mention as the kicker, but it's just if me looking at my situation, it's just not really possible. I'm not trying to be a defeatist, but my best bet is to continue working the job that I have, save whatever money I can, and one day when I do have enough money, I'll make my move again. But it's been 3 years now, and it's the economy shit. Everybody knows that. You all live in America or anywhere else. You know things are not good for regular people. It's tough to find an apartment. That's kind of one of those things that I need to do if I'm gonna move out. The job market. Yeesh. I'm just glad I have a job right now. But yeah, so they asked me one last time during Thanksgiving, and I'm like, there's still kind of nothing that I can do right now. And, there's no satisfying answer to it. If I could find a way through, I would obviously do it. But in my estimation, this is kind of a sit and wait thing. But then I got to thinking, the following day after, I was like, today's Black Friday. If I were to, for example, broaden what I could do here at home, then by like, I don't know, not just having a laptop, by having an actual proper professional PC that I could use to like, do things that, more than just reading emails and editing little articles or whatever, then it's not perfect, it's not guaranteed, but it is a start. It is something that I could do right now. It would change my circumstances a little bit, at least. Like, there's a shot at me doing more than what I'm doing now and actually building to something if I had a proper computer. So I looked at it. Oh, we didn't sell any of these. And I found a store that sells pretty decent pre-builts. And because it was Black Friday, they were no longer charging like the parts plus $500. It was now like the parts plus like $80 to $150. And I was like, okay. And I went to them. Is this empty? It is empty. I went to them and I was like, okay, I didn't think I would have an answer, but I do kind of have one now. If you guys want to go half and half with me, we can get a PC and I can start doing things. Start doing more than just working. And because they love me very much and they're willing to give it a shot, and they're willing to give a shot to anything that would make me a little bit happier, they said, okay, we'll do it. And we bought it yesterday. It is en route as of yesterday. Well, I mean, they're still building it, but you know what I mean. As of yesterday, it is confirmed that in a week or so, I will have a professional gaming PC, whatever you want to call it, just a computer that can do work, can do more than just write emails. Can do more than just play TCG Card Shop Simulator. I'm holding myself to. It's not that I would be like at home gaming all the time. I would probably, allow myself a little bit of gaming time. I miss gaming, but it is kind of like set in my mind where I'm like, okay, this is it. This is how I'm gonna make my move. I'm gonna have to and I'm happy about it. I'm gonna have to get up and I'm gonna have to do something with this. I'm gonna have to spend the free time in my days to build something, to make something. I'm considering a lot of things, but the main thing that I want to talk about here is kind of the thing that I kept saying I've had no interest in, but now that I'm in a sort of I need to do something about my future kind of headspace, and there's not a lot I can do, but in a week or so I'm gonna have a professional PC. I am kind of thinking that I have to start making some videos and stuff. Now, to start, I will say, at the beginning, I'm not going to go all in on I'm gonna build up a Let's Play channel. I should start with one, actually. I'm gonna build up a Let's Play channel, and everybody is gonna watch my VODs, and in a year or so, I'm gonna have 200,000 YouTube followers, and that's the start for me. I think is going to be kind of what I mentioned last time, which is I'm gonna edit other people's streams and VODs. I gotta get 2 of these. Oopsies. So I'm gonna be spending a lot of time. I'm actually probably gonna need 3 of these. I'm gonna be editing some VODs. That's gonna be a large part of what I want to do in a day. And maybe if that does become a little bit successful, maybe that is a nice side job, pocket change kind of a situation. But I'm kind of starting at the bottom with editing streamers VODs and whatnot, because I don't have a lot of experience with editing. I know how to do it, and I'm sure with time I will pick it up pretty easily, but for now it's gonna be a bit of a journey. So what else can I do? Well, I'm also I think you can probably tell by this, I'm a bit of an expressive, creative person. I've opened this up and I completely forgot what spray. like, I should probably do stuff in my own, like, brand, I guess. And for basically my entire adult life, I would be like going about my day, talking to people, experiencing life, watching movies, playing games, listening to music. And I would be like, I would have an idea and I'd be like, hey, that would actually be a pretty good YouTube video. And the conclusion to every one of those thoughts was always, maybe someday, because I've never had the drive to be like, I would have ideas for videos, but I would never be like, this is gonna be it. This is gonna go top of the trending page. I'm gonna win a fucking Hugo Award for this video essay. Like, this is my future, right? It's just kind of like, oh, one day if I have time, I'm gonna need 2 more boxes. One day if I have some time, maybe I'll make that into a video. And in the last like 3 or 4 years, if I had an idea for a video and I was like, that's actually not a bad idea, I would write it down in I have an Android, so in the Notes app on my phone. I would like open up a note and I'd be like, maybe one day I should I gotta get one more. Maybe one day I'll make this video. And I would just pack away these videos in my Notes app. I gotta get more. You know what? Whatever. It gives me more time to ramble. Did I buy 2 of these? Why did I buy 2 of these? Where do you go? Did I not? What? This sigh. Anyways, that kind of brings us to now, the idea that I mentioned before, where I was like, okay, I'm gonna start doing stuff. Now's a pretty good time, especially if I'm like using like a capital expenditure. I'm using a bit of an investment from my parents. If I'm going to make these videos with the hope that maybe they take off and maybe I can like start a life, I don't know, just making stupid. I do need this. Making stuff and people enjoy that. Now is kind of the time to like do or die, right? Like, this isn't. You have the time, and now you have the means to do it. So, I'm probably gonna start doing that. I think for me related stuff, I still think that the me side part 2 video is like a really good starting point. Like, it's the one that makes the most sense. I already have the footage for it. I know what I wanted. Did I? Okay, I'm so stupid. Okay, yeah, I have the footage for it. I know what I want to do with it. That's just something that when I get the computer, I mean, I could have been doing it now, but I'm getting the computer and I'm in this like, okay, it's time to actually do this stuff. It's like, now is the time to do it, Gavin. It's like, you have everything that you need now. There's really no more excuses. So I think that's where I'm gonna start. Outside of the downloading some VODs of stuff from streamers, I'm going to start working on the me side video, and it will be out. It is a thing that I will be working on and will see through. So is there anything else I need? No, that's it. So we're gonna start there, but I'm also going to start doing those other video ideas. I have a few in my notes app that I'm like, this is like a moderate, easy start. Last year, I started on another, or I kept hitting the wrong button. I started another video, but it ended up being like 3 hours long, and I was like, at a point, I was just like, there's no fucking way, man. Maybe someday I'll finish this, but like, me going from like 0 to 3 hour video essay, that's not happening, man. I gotta like build up to this. So I do have some ideas that I think would actually be pretty achievable. It could be like a nice like little 10 to 20 minute video, and I can upload it on my main channel, and we're off to the races. We've started something. So it's a weird time, but if you do know me, or fuck, if this is like in the future and I did do something and you wanted to see how it all started, hi. It's nice to meet you. This was never my intention. When I started doing these videos again, the thing that I had in my mind was, do I have any purple packs? Over here? No, I gotta buy purple packs. The thing that I set out to do was protect my my social skills. I just need an excuse for once a week to pretend to talk to someone and try and be funny, try and be clever, and if I can like reinforce and support these skills and build new skills through this practice, through these videos, then I should do that, right? It is worth the effort to do that. So it was always like, I mean, I've talked about this a lot in the TCG card shop simulator videos. Oh, excuse me, I had the burp. Which is that, like, this is like a good, like, testing grounds to, like, develop the, like, entertaining skills of a streamer. This is where it starts. You kind of have to put yourself in an environment where you have so little to, like, it's your only options for things to talk about is the game, which, as you can see with TCG Card Shop Simulator, who gives a fuck about what's happening in the game? It all has to come from you, and this is a great way to develop skills like that. But my intention was never to be like, and if I do this for 3 years, then I'll be a guaranteed successful streamer, YouTuber, whatever. This is my path to the future. And now that I am kind of going forward with a little bit of that in mind, it makes all this feel a little bit weird. I'm still gonna make these videos, and I'm probably still gonna use the mindset of like not pushing these videos. Like, if I'm gonna push videos, it's gonna be the ones that I like edit, script out, have a purpose for, you know, like all the video ideas I have in my phone are not like this is gonna do numbers, right? Like, they're all kind of just like, this sounds like fun. I would watch this video. This sounds like a fun little thing that I can do. Like, it's a little project of mine. And it does feel a little, this is gonna sound like judgmental, but it feels a little gross to me to like pursue these things, this practice of recording video game stuff just to practice talking, and to like make these videos that I was like, one day I'll make this just because it sounds like fun. It'll be a little project I can do, and maybe I'll share it with my friends and we can all have a little laugh about it together. Now that it's like, even if it's just like the goal is a maybe, it's like maybe these will develop into something more. Maybe I can make a career out of this. Maybe this will give me enough side money that I can like save up enough within the next like year or two to like move out and start my new life again. It feels like kind of gross to like have that even as like a maybe goal. I don't know. So for these video game videos, these like commentary ones where I'm just talking, I think I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing and just like dump them over here, name them like nothing, just like this game part 2, and then like just have like the random screenshot be the thumbnail kind of thing. I don't think I'm gonna do anything with these until something changes, I guess, until I like become a streamer or whatever. I guess that's kind of it. You should expect some new things from me. Not on this channel for now, I guess, but on the main channel, probably start making stuff. Oh, and the me-side video. The me-side video is gonna be a good, like, testing grounds for where my skills are at now. And that's as far as I'll think about it for now. I'm trying not to, like, I think it's good just mentally to do this, even if you were coming into this with the like, I'm gonna be the next Mr. Beast, I'm gonna be the next Vsauce, or you know, whatever. It's like, coming into this, you shouldn't like approach this with like, this is how I'm gonna do sponsorships, and these are the kind of games that I'm gonna play on my stream. This is what I'll be known for. I'll have this kind of series, and then to placate that when I'm in like an off season, when I'm done making those kinds of videos, I'll supplement it with, you know, it's like good to not, even if you are coming into this with the full conviction of I'm gonna be a YouTuber, I'm gonna be a streamer, which is not where I am at, but even so, I think it's good to not like dwell into like the what ifs, if that makes sense. So I'm trying not to, because if I think about like, if I'm doing this for like for the possibility that this will support me in a way, then that means that I am doing this for money, which I don't like, but I'm still gonna have it in my mindset going into this that it's for fun. I won't do anything if it's not for fun, if it's not something that I would be interested in otherwise. If it would not be a neat little project that I can spend my free time in, right? It's not just for the express purpose of this is gonna really sell with the kids, that kind of deal. It's going to be, in my mind, as best as I can, even though it's now been kind of tainted with this other thing added on. It's going to be like fun little things that I want to make, whatever. It doesn't really matter what other people think or whatever. You know, it kind of does, but whatever. Okay, there we go. I was building up to something. Fuck, I suck at this. What am I thinking? Why am I? Yeah, okay, that was how I was gonna wrap up. I was like, even though, like, it does kind of give me anxiety to think like, okay, if I'm gonna do this for money, then when this does take off a little bit, and I'm like, I'm not like a huge, like, I can just write off the coats of like AdSense and like Twitch subscriptions or whatever. Like, am I going to take sponsorships? Because me personally, not to hate on anybody or whatever, you know, do what you gotta do to make your money. But that's the thing, is like, I don't, like, principally, like, in my soul, I don't think if I had a successful YouTube channel that I could do sponsorships. But if I don't, that's like half of the means of like how people who make content make money. It's like half of it is through sponsorships. You have to take sponsorships. So am I like not only doing myself dirty by not being open to that, I'm like, am I like doing my like family dirty? Because like they invested in this, and not like they're gonna hold me to it. I told them, I was like, this might not lead to anything, but this is at least another thing I can do right now, right? But still, it's like, if I get to the point where it's like I have 100,000 subscribers, right? I have a base that is willing to give me their attention, which means now my email is filled with a bunch of businesses that are like, hey, we'll pay you thousands of dollars if you talk about our product for a minute in your video that you're already making. Is it like selfish of me to like be so convicted in my like icky feelings that I would be like, no, I can't do that, right? I don't know. I don't like thinking about it, so for now I'm not going to, but I'm gonna do my best to keep my heart where it should be, which is I'm doing this because I want to, because it's fun. I wouldn't be doing this, like, if you go into the description, there's not gonna be like tags for the algorithm or anything. I'm just doing this for the love of the game. And when I do make a video for the main channel or whatever, yeah, I'll probably put tags and make a thumbnail or whatever, but it's not gonna be like this one, the algorithm is really gonna push out. It's gonna be like, I like this. This seems like fun. I wanted to make this. Here is this thing that I made. If you like it, that's great too, you know? Along with the like, later on, I'll figure out how principled I want to be about sponsorships. And even like a Patreon, even the idea of starting a Patreon feels kind of to me. Again, no hate to anybody. it's a job. You got to do what you want to do. But for me, like in my soul as a person, it's like I don't like the idea of getting corporations to pay me, and I don't really like the idea of getting people to pay me for things that I was already going to do. Like, I guess that is kind of in a sense what a job. Like, I know a lot of this is me being like picky about like my principles and whatnot, but still, I guess I'll figure it out as I go along. It's a weird way for this to start. In my head, for like my entire adult life, I was always like, if I do become one someday, if I do become a content creator, it'll be because I finally decided that I wanted to make this video that I thought of because it sounded like fun, and I'm going forward with that in my heart. But I guess I don't know. It's a weird like battleground in my head that I don't really know how to make peace with, but I guess I do know where I want my heart to be, and B, I know that I'm going to do this, that at least for the next year or so, I'm going to be using this new computer to try and do stuff, to try and make something. And I guess along the way, I'll have to figure it out. Maybe for like my first 2 or 3 years, I'll take sponsorships, I'll have a Patreon, and then after those 3 years, and I've made my money, and I'm now living in a city, I have a reliable place to live, and I'm happy, I have all the things that I need, my parents and my family are supported. Like, when I get to the point where I'm now just making money just to make money, just to like buy fancy things and to save it for like to put into like stocks or whatever, like one day when I'm like, I've had enough, I don't need these extra sources of income, I'll be like, okay, that's it. From this day forward, no more sponsorships. I'm shutting down the Patreon. If I'm a Twitch streamer, I guess I'll still take subscriptions and stuff like that, but hey, it's not really that necessary. It's appreciated, but you don't got to do that kind of thing, where it's not like, where maybe for when I start, it will be, I will have my hat out like a street performer and be like, if you could, it would be good. And then I get to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm actually okay. Like, I don't need that much income. Like, I can just go based off of like ads or like the occasional person subscribing on Twitch or whatever. And then I can put the hat back on my head, and then I can just do this how I wanted to do this. Maybe that's like the happy medium that I can find myself making peace with. Anyways, that's it. That's my little life update. That's what's gonna be happening. And now it makes sense why I did TCG Card Shop Simulator, because I already had it downloaded on my laptop. I do have a new game for this space where it's like I want something that is mostly nothing but occasionally has some fun things. That if you watched the last one, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I did pick one. It's like a nice little in-between that I'll probably do like 3 or 4 times. But I figure, why start the game on the computer that I'm gonna be putting in my backpack to be what it's supposed to be, a portable like email machine? Why would I start it there? I should just wait for the computer. So I wanted to talk about all this, so I came and I was like, you know what, TCG Card Shop Simulator, you old bastard, you pulled me right back in one last time. And this might still come back later on for like the litmus testing that I was talking about in the last time, you know, whatever. So that's why we're here. I got glasses. I guess that's that's really it, huh? Welcome to the Glasses Gavin arc, because if I can be, I'll end it off with this. And this like sentiment, I guess, is kind of like the thing that's like sweetening it for me a little bit. Like, if I keep thinking about like, oh, isn't this gonna like ruin my like soul if I like do this stuff to like get people's attention for their money? Like, if I like push that away and bring it back to like my own personal development, how I want to grow as a person, I already wanted to be closer to these funny streamers that I identify and watch with, and I'm like, these people are funny, I wish I could be funny like them. Which is, I got glasses now, So if I could be as funny and as eloquent and as witty as Northern Lion, which, God, may this be the last time I mention his name. I'm sorry, it's just, I found him last year. I love it. I love his stuff. He is kind of a mirror of like where I want to see myself in like 5 years. If I can be Northern Lion with the glasses and have a full head of beautiful curly hair as I do, there may not be a force in this world that is powerful enough to stop me. That just might be game over. Like, it was already written in the cards. This was God's design. I was supposed to rule the world by being the largest whatever video maker, Twitch stream, whatever. Like, this was, if I can be that funny, that witty, and look this good while doing it, maybe I'll feel a little less bad about having a Patreon open or whatever. Like, this is my destiny. This is my story, you know. I had to take these means to get to that point. Whatever, you know. It's a little sentiment that I'm kind of, I'm using it to sweeten what is already like not a big deal, but to me it's kind of like a question of like, will this rot my soul? I'm gonna try not to, but I'm gonna start making stuff. So if you're there and you want to see that, you like me, if you're watching this, you're probably like one of my friends who found this fucking channel by who knows what means. But I'm gonna start making stuff. You can check it out. And again, if this is in the future, you're watching this in the future, and I did this, I actually I did the evil act of being like, one day maybe I'll start putting in the work today to become a big YouTuber so I can make all the YouTuber money, and I did. I guess that's just evidence that you can do it too. So anyways, I don't want to play this game anymore. This was supposed to be a quick one. I just wanted to talk about all this right in the day here. And next time you hear from me, it will be with a new computer and my glasses still. Remember, I gotta wear those every day from now on, so we'll see where this takes me. So long.